Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'd like to share with you the first look of Odyssey Argo with my friend Jackie. So let's check it out. So hey Jackie, so why don't you, yeah,
Yeah,
tell us about the experience with your Odyssey Argo so far.
it does what it does, and the build quality is pretty damn good. There's just a few qualms
Okay.
that I have about it, but um, so this is the white version with oak,
Okay.
I think it is, and yeah, it's very slim. It's like pretty like not that like wide, as you can see. I upgraded the Steam one, so the Steam one used to look like
Okay.
this. So I switched it with the GS3, which is not my idea. I stole this idea from
Okay.
Seb, who's a well-known person in the Espresso aficionados group. And I opted for just like the manual meter rather than the actual
Okay.
Bluetooth one because I don't like reading my phone
Yeah.
while pulling it. And this is on the spring configuration rather than the direct. Um, and yeah, this is really simple. There's literally three lights. The first light is the low water indicator. Second light is that it's ready, it's
Hmm.
up to temperature. Third light is steam. So in order to steam, just press this. Oh,
Okay.
wait, I didn't turn it on yet. So you turn it on, switch on the back, and literally there's only two settings. There's like the temperature settings that you could set here, and then there is the steam, which you press. And the boiler pressure is like directly on the cap, so it's actually a lot easier to see. The temperature is, you see it maxes out at 96
Okay.
there. And I think the lowest setting you could switch it to is like 80
Okay.
something. Yeah, all the
Okay.
way down there. But I usually leave it at 92 because that's a good range. And if you really want it super hot, you can honestly just press
Okay.
the steam, like just press it in, and then it will get to super
Okay.
high temperature. But you could see that even with the boiler not fully filled, it's around boiler pressure is about like 2 bars. It's gonna start dropping once I pull some shots
Hmm.
or the group head temperature starts normalizing. To give you an idea, this is what the lever looks like. So I think I have the 8 bar spring installed in it. Could you see this? I don't have
No,
my
that's
phone
fine. Yeah,
flipped the other way, but
we can see it.
um, yeah. So basically, if you want to switch this to a direct, all you do is that you kind of like removed a couple of links and you remove the spring and you kind of like swap the direction so that when you press it down, you're not pushing against a spring, you're just pushing against the piston
Mm.
going
Okay.
downward. So yeah, it's actually really easy to do. 4 screws on the top. Um, the only thing is that if you're installing a spring, you need to compress the spring a little bit to adjust this bolt over here, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Actually, no, this bolt. This bolt is a pain in the ass to kind of put in because this is where the lever connects with the top plate. So you have to kind of compress the spring a little bit to get the hole to line up. Um, and I bought a 7 bar spring. I think this is a six
Okay.
bar spring. Yeah, this one is a 6 bar spring, and then the one's installed is the 8 bar. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the drip tray is magnetic, so it kind of slots in. Also, if you have like a Akaya
Okay.
scale, it's kind of easy. It kind of like magnetically
All right.
attaches to it. Um, one thing I don't really like is a portafilter. So I should have read the website. I kind of messed up, but the portafilter design is slightly different than the E61. You'll notice that. Let me get a actual E61 compatible. So this is like Sheldon's
Okay.
S Works um, S Works portafilter that I need to get machined in order to be compatible with this machine. But as a direct comparison, you can see. Can you see this?
Yep.
Yeah. See how big the ears are on the bottom compared to the
Yes.
top?
Yep, I see it. Yes. Yep.
I don't know. Yeah. That's because the design of this portafilter, or the group head, is actually super slim. So it he designed it so that the portafilter ears are both thinner as well as less wide. So this actually does not fit in here.
Oh, no.
This won't fit in here. Only there's filth in it. So that's a little bit frustrating, but I could understand the reason why he did it, so that he could keep the group head as slim as possible. But honestly, I wouldn't have minded like a thicker group head, just so I could have a more compatible portafilter. But yeah, that's just one of the design things that I should have read on the website, because they make it clear on the FAQs that's like, hey, what accessories are not compatible with this machine? And yeah, Steam Wand is amazing. I turned off the machines just now, but the steam power is actually really good. You'll see in a bit when I steam it. But I never got creamier milk than with my La Pavoni than this. So this is my first time kind of working with like a high pressure steam wand, and it's actually really nice. Because the Argos with a spring configuration, I don't get that much output out. I think on one pull, I think because I'm not good at bleeding, on one pull I get about 32 grams max.
Gotcha.
So if I put 18 grams in here, it's literally going to be my non-preferred ratio. So you'll see the light is on, so it's about 90-ish C. And here's the thing with the Argos that's a little bit complicated is the bleeding. So you'll notice in some of the Ross's demonstration videos that he actually pauses midway. And I'm going to try to stay silent here so you could hear it. So I'm going to push the lever down slightly, and you might hear a hiss.
Yep,
you hear
I
that?
heard that.
So that's when you hear that gulp that happens at the end, that means that the water, the valve closed, and you can press it all the way down. And then what I like to do is I like to force pre-infusion a little bit to 8 bars. Could you even see the? Oh yeah, you could see the pressure gauge. And I hold it for about like 8 seconds, and I start letting it go. Yeah. So should be able to see. You should see the declining pressure, pretty slow. The extraction is a little bit slow. Yeah. So you'll see on the scale that it is not getting that much yield out. But yeah, I'm getting on this one pull, and I probably didn't bleed all the way, but 25 grams. And then if I don't get enough, if I just let it continue dripping, it will get to like 32.
As you can see, Argos has some limitation. You cannot up dose. Okay, but if you're coming from La Pavoni, okay, I mean La Pavoni, I have a pre-millennium, okay, which means this thing, my La Pavoni is built in 90s, all right, and I'm using the 49 millimeter baskets, okay, not 58. So Argos offers 58 millimeter baskets, And the jockey was using 16 gram in, and his output was about 25. And if once you got the technique down, you can go with the 1-to-2 ratio. But if you do 20 gram baskets, I think you might have some issues with that with the Argos with the current version. But compared to Lapaboni, goodness, I usually dose about 13 gram, okay, 13 to 14 at the tops. So because obviously the group, I'm limited by the group head space there. So again, if you are coming from Lapaboni, Argos are huge upgrades. But if you are coming from, let's say, semi-automatic machine like Bianca or E61 group machine, it's going to be different, okay? I don't want to say it's going to be bad. It's going to be definitely different, have some limitation. Again, I hope this video helps. Hopefully give you some ideas what it feels like using Odyssey Argo. All right, see you guys next time.